Ever wondered how to photograph your artwork perfectly? Artwork photography, it's a unique genre that demands precision, patience, and a keen eye for detail. Just as every brushstroke matters on a canvas, each pixel matters in a photograph. The main challenge? Capturing the artwork just as it is, reflecting the true colors, textures, and emotions that the artist poured into it. It's not just about clicking a picture, it's about narrating a story, the story of the artwork. And that's where many stumble, turning a vibrant painting into a lackluster image or an intricate sculpture into a vague silhouette. But fear not, because this video is here to guide you step by step through the process of photographing artwork. From choosing the right equipment to setting up your space, positioning your artwork, and even post-processing, we've got you covered. Today we will dive into the world of artwork photography and learn how to do it right. The first step to photographing your artwork is choosing the right equipment. Let's start with the camera. Yes, we live in a world where smartphones have impressive cameras, but when it comes to capturing the intricate details of your artwork, a dedicated high-quality camera is non-negotiable. A DSLR or mirrorless camera will give you the flexibility to adjust settings like aperture, shutter speed, and ISO, allowing you to control how your artwork is portrayed. It's like the difference between a paintbrush in the hands of an amateur and one in the hands of a master artist. Now let's talk about the unsung hero of photography equipment, the tripod. A sturdy tripod is essential for ensuring sharp, clear images. It keeps your camera steady, eliminating any chance of blur that could come from shaky hands. And let's not forget, it also allows you to have consistent framing if you're photographing a series of artworks. Moving on to lighting. If the camera is the eyes, then light is the vision. It is the key to revealing the true essence of your artwork. And, while natural light can be beautiful, it's not always reliable. Hence, investing in a good set of lights can be game-changing. You want to capture every stroke, every texture, every color in its truest form. A well-lit artwork is like a well-told story. It draws you in and keeps you engaged. Lastly, let's not overlook the role of reflectors and diffusers. They help to evenly distribute light, eliminating harsh shadows and hot spots that could distort the appearance of your artwork. Reflectors bounce light onto your artwork, filling in any dark areas, while diffusers soften the light, creating a more natural and aesthetically pleasing look. So, there you have it. The right equipment is not just about having the most expensive camera or the fanciest lights. It's about understanding the role each piece plays in capturing your artwork in the best way possible. Remember, the right equipment can make all the difference when photographing your artwork. Now that we have the right equipment, let's talk about setting up your space. Creating a conducive environment is just as crucial as having top-notch equipment. You see, a well-organized space can make a world of difference when it comes to photographing artwork, turning a good picture into a great one. Firstly, consider the cleanliness of your space. A clutter-free environment allows you to focus solely on the artwork, and it also prevents unwanted elements from creeping into the frame. Think of your space as a blank canvas. Just as an artist needs a clean slate to create a masterpiece, you need a clean and organized space to capture one. Now let's shed some light on the subject. Natural light, to be precise, the best friend of every photographer. It's soft, diffused, and best of all, completely free. When used correctly, it can bring out the true colors and textures of your artwork. The ideal time to photograph is during the golden hours, which are shortly after sunrise and just before sunset. This is when the sunlight is at its softest and most flattering. However, it's not always possible to shoot during these hours, and that's okay. On cloudy days or when natural light isn't an option, you can use artificial lights. Just remember to avoid harsh, direct light as it can create unwanted shadows and reflections. Next, we move on to the background. A neutral background is essential when photographing artwork. It helps to keep the focus on the artwork and prevents any color distortion. White or gray is often the best choice. It's like the supporting actor that lets the star shine. In essence, setting up your space is about creating a controlled environment where you can showcase the artwork in its best light. It's about eliminating distractions and ensuring the artwork is the star of the show. A well-set space can enhance the beauty of your artwork and photographs. Remember, the goal is to capture the artwork as accurately as possible, and a well-set space is a significant step towards achieving that. Positioning your artwork correctly is crucial in capturing its true essence. In the world of artwork photography, it's all about angles, light, and balance. The way you position your artwork can be the difference between an average photograph and a masterpiece. So let's delve into how to do it right. Firstly, consider the light source. Natural light is your best friend, so if possible, position your artwork near a large window where it can bask in the soft, diffused light. If natural light is not an option, you can use artificial light sources. Just remember, the goal is to avoid harsh shadows and highlights that can distort the colors and details of your artwork. Now let's talk about the angle of your camera. Ideally, your camera lens should be parallel to the artwork. This is to ensure that all parts of the artwork are in focus and there's no distortion. An easy way to achieve this is to use a tripod. It not only keeps your camera steady but also allows you to adjust the height and angle with precision. But what about the artwork itself? Well, it's crucial to keep it level. Whether it's a painting, a sculpture, or a piece of pottery, the artwork should be positioned in such a way that it's perfectly horizontal or vertical, depending on the orientation. This might require a spirit level or even just a keen eye, but it's worth the effort. After all, a slightly skewed artwork can result in a photograph that feels off balance. Finally, don't forget to experiment. While these are general guidelines, every piece of artwork is unique and might require a different approach. Play around with different angles, lighting, and positions until you find what works best for your specific piece. Remember, the goal is to capture the artwork as accurately as possible, showcasing its colors, textures, and details in the best light. And sometimes that requires a bit of trial and error. Proper positioning of your artwork can make your photographs stand out. And that's what we're all aiming for, isn't it? To create photographs that not only do justice to the artwork, but also capture the viewer's attention and imagination. Once you've captured your photos, it's time for some post-processing. The magic of photography doesn't end once the shutter snaps closed. In fact, some might argue that it's only just beginning. Post-processing is the act of enhancing your photos after they have been taken. It's the digital darkroom where you can adjust and tweak your images to match your artistic vision. Let's talk about color correction first. This is an essential step that ensures your photos accurately represent the colors of your artwork. By adjusting the white balance, saturation, and vibrance in your images, you can bring out the true colors of your art. Remember, art is all about color and emotion, so it's crucial that your photographs reflect that. Next, we have cropping. Cropping is a powerful tool that allows you to recompose your image. Maybe you want to remove some distracting elements from the edges, or perhaps you'd like to focus more on a particular area of your artwork. By cropping your image, you can draw the viewer's eye exactly where you want it. There are other editing techniques too, like sharpening, contrast adjustment, and noise reduction. Sharpening can bring out the details, contrast adjustment can make your colors pop, and noise reduction can smooth out any graininess. It's all about finding the right balance that suits your artwork. Now let's talk about software. There are numerous options out there, each with its own set of strengths. If you're just starting out, free software like GIMP or Paint.net could be a good place to start. For more advanced editing, Adobe Lightroom and Photoshop are industry standards. And don't forget about mobile apps. They're also powerful tools that can help you edit on the go. Remember, post-processing isn't about changing your artwork, but enhancing it. The ultimate goal is to create a photograph that does justice to your art, showcasing it in the best possible light. Post-processing can take your artwork photographs to the next level. Let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We started off by understanding the significance of artwork photography and how it can breathe life into your creations. We moved on to discuss the importance of selecting the right equipment. A high-quality camera, appropriate lenses, and the correct lighting setup can make all the difference in capturing the essence of your artwork. Next, we delved into the nuances of setting up your space. Remember, a clutter-free, well-lit area with neutral colors is your best bet. We then navigated through the crucial aspect of positioning your artwork. The angle, distance, and orientation can significantly alter the perception of your piece. Finally, we touched upon post-processing. This step is about enhancing the image, correcting any minor flaws, and ensuring the photograph accurately represents your artwork. With these tips in mind, you're now ready to photograph your artwork perfectly. Happy clicking!